Hello, this is Vulturefire, and this is a part 2 that does not have a part 1. So, I am midway through this run, but it occurred to me that I am now in a position to record the rest of the run, and I may as well. There are obviously several 5 shrine runs, 5 idle runs that I have recorded where I only recorded the Area 3, and this is a little more than that. This is obviously the end of Area 2 and then Area 3. But this is only a 3 idle run, but I figured why not. So the idea here originally is that this is an attempt to use unarmed combo, and it has gone This run is kind of a mess. You'll see what we're up to when we get into it. Plan for the rest of the area, we are going here, then probably here, because both of those cards are great, and then into Valley Guardians. Idols are Endurance, Hunger, Cruelty, because I decided to be lazy, and I didn't want to deal with the hard idols. White Flame wouldn't be that bad, but the big problem with White Flame is it can cleanse off all of our debuffs at inopportune moments, and I didn't want to deal with that. Fairly unfortunate turn 1. You can do like 30 damage with that. Or, if I do this, it uses up the frail is the problem. I think we'll just get that damage out. Unfortunately, we are missing the debuff that we need for that to be corrupt, which has been a problem with it in this run. Alright, I am actually just going to go ahead and transform this Mystic Mushroom, because I just really want to get some Haste of His Wills out. And this isn't an idle fight, so I'm not worried about needing it for idle stones. So right now, and this has been kind of a recurring issue, is that like I have problems keeping all of my debuffs active. I haven't really figured out the best way to deal with that. There's not enough. That does Arcane and Frost. It's not bad. I could do it actually either of them, but I think that that's the one that we want to blow up. Okay, that's still not good enough. Right, that's that. We can get this kill, or we can get that closer to evolving, and we just need the kill. This is a relatively slow deck, but the unarmed combos can do quite a lot of damage once they get going. I probably should have been prioritizing upgrading them. I don't really have an excuse for why I haven't. Aside from just laziness. But you'll notice here that we have this problem where this Hunter's Instincts is going to do nothing for us besides get us to 0 mana. And then yeah, we don't have a great way to keep the debuffs up. Which is partially a deck construction problem. I don't have Hobble, I probably should. Part of it is just like I have let the deck get away from me to some extent. And we are a little bit reliant on tools to find the stuff that we want to be doing, to find stuff. And so, in situations where we can't draw into the tools that we need, we kind of just have a rough go of it. Also, this is just so expensive. Toxic Cloud, it's so expensive. We could play that out. I think that's fine. Just gets rid of it. Okay. So we do get to do things. I would really like to get this out before I play that. That just doesn't quite work. This is currently just the Frost. Just thinking through like how I sequence, because like I really want to get this out, but I also really want to get that out. I guess I'm gonna do this. Well, that was a mistake. Okay, this does work though, because that makes Toxic Cloud only cost 2. Although we do still have to find all of our other stuff. So one note with how this works out is that we are very much an on or off sort of deck with the Hunter's Instincts, because the Hunter's Instincts do nothing if we don't have the pieces that we need. But if we do have the pieces we need, it's so much card draw. And this will use up one of the frail, but I think that's worth it. I was thinking about playing that out. Can't play that. That's okay. Slowly chunking our way to victory. Final transforms. Do you have the full set? We do have the full set. I'll be lethal. I think we need more mana. And I think this is the mana card we want. It is more curse, but I think it's worth it. I think either of these would also help us. Okay, so I think upgrading this and getting the extra week is important. I'd really like to be able to arcane detonate these dorks, but I can't really. That doesn't really get me any closer to exploding, so I don't think it's worth using up the shock here. Okay, so unfortunately we did take a bunch of damage from that shock, but the leech kind of helps heal. So the advantage of doing this one is that then we get stuff. That's not going to detonate anything. We would like to see more mana. I think our best bet. That's not anywhere close to lethal. That is only going to be the shock, which isn't worth it. Trying to think through what all our options are. This is going to do 8x, this is going to do 32 damage. I think we do the 32 damage still. Alright, so we do have this to go with that. Okay, this will draw us 2 cards. Doesn't quite work out the way I was hoping we could make it work, but we do at least now have a sizable chunk of vulnerable and weak on you. Reduces our incoming damage somewhat, but not as much as I would like. I do like that we are burning up the shock on that, because that makes this hit totally survivable. The other annoying thing is Hunger's Lifesteal completely negates our ability to keep Frail between turns, because any attack is just going to immediately use up the Frail, which is really annoying. And because that's true in every fight, that's not limited to whatever. No limited device where hunger is actually active. Oh, right, for some reason I thought that wasn't going to freeze me. Alright, that's going to get rid of you though. So we are now down to just the elites, although they are going to detonate us, which is really annoying. Have 2 of our debuffs out. But yeah, this deck is very awkward, I would say. It is a complete train wreck and a travesty. So we're definitely going to copy that with Spyglass. Just trying to think if there's any reason to do this first. I guess there's no reason not to do that first. Gives us or whatever. Oh, I guess if we do it afterwards, we get the powerful. I was thinking we would get the extra. Oh right, we can't copy it now. I feel dumb. In my head, we were going to copy the 0 cost because occasionally I forget that change happened. But you can't do that anymore. I could play this, but it would have used up one of our purity stacks, which I didn't want to do, although I totally could have. But once we get Supreme Form going, it is actually worth the effort. Although it obviously kind of didn't look that way on the previous fight, just because it ended up being a little awkward. I am going to do that. Save that for next turn. Do not have vulnerable out right now. Okay. I think we just need to copy the focus. Oh, that may have been premature. Just a lot of mana. Oh right, I have a bug to report. Give me a second. All right. To explain the bug, because I can't demonstrate it right now, if you transform a tool into a crude plating or similar, you still get to hold it between turns. If you have level 10 and a passive. So we ended up back at full health, so it's all fine. Man, Arcane Nova is the other card that I really do want, but I think we need this mana too much. For upgrades, that upgrade ends up being very good. I think we want Toxic Cloud to be more playable. I think getting down that cost by 1 is super important because it's our only source of weak right now. Okay, so this is going to be really annoying. That was way less frost than I was expecting. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, it's because the purity got eaten and then this is this. Gotcha. Yep, nope, I got it. I was thinking about that happening. It's just because it happened. It happened so quick with no pause in between. My brain did a dumb and forgot that I knew what was going to happen. Could upgrade this instead of, because right now I'm only corrupting exactly the vulnerable. I think I'd rather upgrade it because now it'll corrupt 3 times. Not a huge fan of. Oh, but that hit us, which took away the shock. Actually worked out great for us. And we can even immediately deal with that. Definitely is true that to some extent we don't have a mana problem so much as we have a draw order problem. I'm aware I could have gotten out more hits there if I had attacked while the frail was up, but I don't know why I didn't do that. I do want to play that, definitely. I can give up those to... I want this to happen. I think upgrading the focus makes sense. Is this still not enough? Still gonna play it because it does uptick a bit. It makes it more possible to get next time, and as we saw, like, it's very good once it flips. Cleanse largely counteracted my corruption. Okay, there is a frost barrier up, but it is super worth getting that out of the deck. We are missing Frail. Still get a decent amount of value. There's Frail. We absolutely get super duper frozen if we attack into this, though. I think it's worth doing that. And ending by phrasing ourselves isn't the worst idea. Just a question whether we play this first. I think we do. Just because we don't want... didn't play the Sanctuary because I didn't want the Frail to go away. Yeah, because now this will draw us all 3 cards. Although we still have the Frost Barrier to contend with. I think cleansing that is worth it. And then we just apply more curse and... Definitely one of the problems this deck has is it is much lower on Arcane than I'm used to being, which has a number of knock-on effects. That's a good place to be before I do that. Although I should have done that first. My bad. Now there's enough Frail in this one that I'm totally okay with doing that. Especially because we're out of cup. Okay. Fury's kind of annoying, but manageable. Okay, I kind of think we do that. Stacking more powerful for value. This will still count as a detonation. It's actually a good time because that's right before we get to redraw. Do I just copy that? Yeah, because that lets us get out weak to everything. I think I want the mana in the draw pile before I redraw. shouldn't be playing out all this stuff because it leaves me, yeah, in this awkward position of eating all of that damage there. Haha, joke's on you, I only had 2 shield. Let me think. So this is going to heal us all the way up. How much are we currently down? Why can't I do math? What's our recovery level? Is 25. Are we down like 20? We're down less down 19? Why am I so bad at math? Yeah, 19. So we can play both of these safely. Problem is this uses up the shock, which I really do want to use on... Well, base damage on this is only 3. I guess I may as well use it here. And then... And we may as well do that again to just completely rebuild our shield. Especially because we're about to explode. Okay. So we're going to corrupt. Just a matter of a win. Also, there's this annoyance where we do have, we are bleeding out. So I should try to avoid playing too many cards this turn. Although, we can just kill this jerk, which it looks like we can. Our lives become a whole lot easier. Okay. It doesn't die because of whatever, but because of hunger. But it does go down to attack for 2x4, albeit with runes. So this is now going to go into an anger attack. We do not have any of our key buffs out because this thing cleanses. Wow. Super run. Okay. Oh, you have Opportunist out. Probably be careful then. It's important that I not go completely on autopilot. Upgrade that, I guess. Although so much of our value right now is coming from powerful. Because we have stacked a ridiculous amount of powerful at this point. Which was kind of a thought that I wanted to, of a thing that I wanted to be doing with the deck. So, not really surprised. And then this will be super lethal. Yeah, it was a full cavalcade of hits. I'm not a huge fan of that one. I think Mystical Bloom is very good. Helps make our growth a little more stable, I think, and does some other good stuff for us. It's not super on theme, but that ship's out kind of a while ago. That's fine. I think we upgrade maybe a mana card. Maybe we finally upgraded an unarmed combo. That is supposed to be the point of the deck. But they just aren't. The unarmed combo just takes a while to get rolling. This is so good once it gets going. As far as cuts go, it might be Mind Shield. I feel like it's probably Mind Shield. Shield that. Well, the Elemental Breach is really good once we get rolling. It's just that once we get rolling bit. That's probably not quite correct, but I did it, so it's too late now. So we are fighting Baelator. Trying to think. We want Persecute, which drops from this jerk, who is not the person I normally want to be fighting. What else drops things that we care about? Is that it? I mean, Dread Blast is very good. We can get Dread Blast from either one of these, so we'd probably go through the Protector. Ooh, we can go here and we can get potentially 2 Dread Blasts. There's a lot of fights, but I'll get 1 shot at... Get 2 shots at Persecute, but they're not great shots, but I think that's what we're going with. This is going to be a long area, though. Kind of exhausted just looking at it. We're going to play that for the top. Now in the kind of awkward position where we can corrupt this, but it doesn't do anything for us. So we have to find us something that we could usefully corrupt. Playing it, that one I played largely just for the growth. One more growth is probably worth less than just giving out 10 extra damage from having no shield on it. I think the mana boost is valuable enough to keep. And I'm just going to do that. I don't want to deal with Opportunist right now. So one advantage here is that you were already softened up. So we got that transform on our first run through. We just completely ruined your day. Do that, draws 3. I think this kills the front one. Unfortunately, this one does not have vulnerable on it. We can still play this, but it just doesn't do what we most want it to. Guess we do it anyway. I'll also go ahead and start working on the Shadow Burst. Naturally, the instant this one comes up again and gets the option, it's going to try and ruin our day with more Opportunist. Do we do this? Nah. We will play that. It preserves the fail on this one. And also lets it stay closer to death. Okay. At this point, I don't need that. So we don't have vulnerable out. And we don't have frail on that one, which is unfortunate. This draws us 2 cards. Perfect. So I think I want to do that for the heal too. May as well do that first. And this is absolutely lethal. We may as well get the rub in. I don't think we need another Sanctuary. Blessed Strike seems very okay, though. I don't think we're staying enough vulnerable for Tormenting Strike to be good, and I don't want to burn my reroll here where it's only a chance that we get what we want. Much rather spend that here or there. We don't need Clear Focus as much, which would normally be what I'm searching for there, and I think the extra weak source is way more valuable going into whatever. We do have good drops from this fight, too, though, which is nice. Because we can get Dead of Night, which is another weak source that also puts us into Hidden, which is always valuable. This is normally what we're looking for out of this. What's with doing that? I was hoping to get... So the advantage here to doing it in this order is that now we are guaranteed to get the Purity. Although, I don't know how much Purity matters right now. Tweak continues to be amazing for critical decks that don't know what they're doing. And really, that's just, may as well just say, it's really good for decks that I build. Unfortunately, we can't get a detonation there, but next time around we should be able to. Cool. No, our shield. Debating just transforming this. Could have transformed the focus actually at this point. So we didn't get the Purity, but that's super unimportant in this particular fight. Endurance doesn't do much in the way of debuffs, which means that getting Purity against it is much, much less important than it normally would be. Bop, bop, bop. We are Extreme Predators, which unfortunately Mask of Rage doesn't do anything for Predator. Unfortunately, spend all that on purity, but Predator is very good. Yep, Dead at Night. It's very good for us. Tower shield is pretty okay. We will need a lot of shield going into whatchamacallit. I think we are still interested in doing that. I would rather actually apply weak to that, but I'm not sure I have a good route towards doing that. So we didn't detonate from this, although we could still detonate from Cruelty. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I want to make sure that I spend the whatchamacallit on. I specifically want to turn the runestones into haste those wills. So I think that is very important. Okay. This is a pretty awkward hand. Especially because, yeah, we are stuck taking damage, stuck taking curse. But, wow. And that was brutal. Fortunately, this turn is a little bit better. This does... Oh, right. The frail is only to the front too. I sequenced that really poorly. Looks like... Oh, right, we are hidden. I was thinking, wow, that was really good evade, but looks like I only have I think I have a 5% natural evade chance. Not even. So yeah, it is entirely from whatever. It's all around awkward. So I believe that we draw, yeah, a copy of that. Oh no, we didn't draw. That doesn't work that way anymore. Used to, the way that would have worked is that we would have drawn the other version, the flipped version. Yeah, this fight, like those last two turns were pretty miserable. We do really need more card draw. We need more card draw trinkets to help draw us out of problems. And then, yeah, that's only going to be Arcane. But I guess Arcane is still not bad. I'd rather... Oh no, I was thinking... I can't read. I was thinking we had Frail, but we don't. Yeah, this is pretty bad sequence of turns. And there's the worst of the cards in the deck. Hopefully, we draw into... Nope. I think we have to just not play anything there because I don't think we can afford to explode, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, this fight just keeps getting worse and worse. We really needed to draw a Sanctuary there. We need more copies of Sanctuary, we need more card draw. Probably just need to trim the deck. I am almost feeling like we may need to use the Devour. I really wanted to save it for a whatchamacallit, but I think we just need to draw cards right now. So the one bright side here is that we get to dodge both of these curses. Like, our curse isn't at a great spot, but it's at least closer to manageable. I think we have to copy that. Okay, so we can frost you out, and you're going to die. Unfortunately, that was a lot of our card draw. Okay, but that was a very good turn to have that Purity up against. Do I need to copy this? Becomes the question. I think so. Should have done this first. Yeah, naturally, I play the thing that I was holding, waiting to find this, and then I find this immediately. Yeah, we lost like, what, 80 health this fight? Something crazy like that. Would have loved to have not seen that right then. Want to get rid of the frail. Okay. Kind of want to hold out another turn so we can get back to max recoverable here, because we should be able to do that. Yeah, stabilizing here just ended up being a really arduous process. Yeah, there's full health, which means we can now go bonk. Tread Blast is good. This fight shouldn't be as bad, hopefully. That last fight was just kind of a combo of everything terrible for us. This was definitely helpful to be able to get a lot of sturdy going immediately. I shouldn't bother playing that. Saving that for Sinister Runestone, I think. For now, we're upgrading mana. I think that's worth it just because it lets us do that. We do need our sanctuaries. And we will need a... This definitely makes me think we want to clear focus. Going into boss. So this fully turns on the tyrannical focus. Getting that out first rotation is obviously good for us. And then that should do a respectable amount of damage. Yeah. The nice thing is that although the Haste of His Will is in our discard, we are guaranteed to draw into the Devourers before we draw back into the finished Runestone. I may upgrade the Blessed Strike, because that gives us more purity, which is nice. Alright, well, we blocked the Arcane Weakness, which is, you know, part of the battle. And we can afford not to play cards out there. Oh, that's gonna get rid of the Trail. Rude, but we have purity, so it at least doesn't eat any of our relevant buffs. Absolutely, we are going to copy a Supreme Form. And then we're probably just going to win here. Okay, I haven't mathed it out exactly, but it seems unlikely that we lose. Or that we don't get the kill right here. Commanding Spirit is not bad. That actually helps safeguard against dead turns. It does give us a third. I think that is worthwhile, even if it means that we have 3 stasis cards now, because the upside on that is so high. I think I just need to be careful and only play it, and not play it, except when I need it. Once again, plan here is to save Devourers for when we need it for that one thing. Save that for now as well. guess converting those is also fairly valuable. We can upgrade that. I don't actually know what that does. Okay, it goes down to only poison 5 in week 1, and then draws 3. Yeah, that's actually worth it. I was mostly doing it for curiosity. I could have looked it up, but where's the fun in that? This is now pretty dang good. Technically, missed out on value there. Oh, I didn't actually end up playing Mystical Evolution out at all, but I don't think it's going to matter this fight, but I could be wrong. This might be a turn. Problem is, like, it's very likely to just draw me into Sinister Runestones, but I think that's actually okay. Debating copying. I think I do just want all of this mana. So I'm gonna do this. No luck on the crits there. And we had a decent crit chance. Lots of curse. Unfortunate. There goes our hidden. But I think both of the Sinister Runestones are in the bin, which means we can't draw into them right now. I don't think I want to play that out. Right. Yeah. Here's the turn that matters the most. We can afford to just not play anything. We do want to play that, I think. Is it worth playing that, though? I don't think so. But yeah, the Arcane League turn is just so brutal. Because you just can't play anything really without being in danger. So maybe I think we do that. Let's see. Alright, we get to devour the whatever. Do I take the... I think so. We do take some poison damage here. Finally got there. Oh, I somehow didn't notice our max hand size had gone up at some point. We only have one of our key debuffs. That's the same key debuff. This is unfortunate. Alright, copying that. Sequencing things going down. Let me just have lethal here. I think I like investigate. That could be a mistake. I think we rush going into this fight. There's a world where this fight just goes really poorly. That doesn't help us a ton. I don't think that helps us enough. Just discard. I really wish I could copy that, but I can't. Don't love seeing that right off the bat. Although that helps. The other nice thing about having Arcane, though, is that we can now get rid of the hunger eventually, which will do things for us. We really need to find mana. Odds are good enough that I'm willing to risk it. Although, we'll do that. I think it's worth being more frost, more whatever up, and we're in turn. Obviously, cleanse would be nice. Okay, yeah. This is right on time. Because we are going to be drawing into whatchamacallit's next turn. We do kind of need to do this turn. What's kind of priced into doing that? Well, that was the payoff that I was hoping to see, so. Okay, yeah, it is now. That is how that works now. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember exactly how that one had. I knew that one had changed, but I couldn't remember exactly what it did. All right. Good copy of that. I don't hate that. It's not the most useful thing, but something works. Not having to worry about opportunities is very nice. There's the Mystical Evolution. And we can do that, which will get another detonation there. Actually getting to an appreciable amount of curse on the enemies at this point. I believe we've gotten rid of both of the whatchamacalls at this point. Both of the Sinister Runestones. Nope, we still have one. In that case, I was kind of fishing into, almost hoping to see a Sinister Runestone. Okay, that thing is basically dead. I don't think it's worth committing cards to actually forcing the kill right now, because bonk. We're going to take some curse damage, some non-curse damage. Aha! We have too much purity for you, you fool. Donk. Baneful Ray seems good. May not be amazing, but I like it, so. This is better than the Mask of Rage. We aren't ever actually stacking Adept. So upgrades. That's good. It may be the Corrupted Blast for the extra Vulnerable, because Vulnerable is kind of the one we need the most, and that is the one that's our only way to get it. I think we definitely need to cut a card. I think it might... I don't think it can be an unarmed combo. That's kind of what the deck is built around, even if it's not super performing. I think it's just the Investigate goes. Alright, this fight shouldn't be too bad, I hope. Although, with the changes to how Frost works, I'm not worried about this fight, I think. I do need to be tough, unfortunately. This will take out at least the purity, even if... Whatever. So, and there aren't any idols here, just the ice, which is why I think this should be fine. Because now that Frost no longer completely steals the turn. Kind of the worst time for that card to come up, though, because it's mostly a waste. Because they were so close to being frozen anyway. So the problem is, scripts everyone. It's still worth it anyway. Okay, good. I should have copied that. Oh, whoops. Worth it. Maybe should have been holding Baneful Ray until I drew whatever so that I could make sure I could copy it. But then also, like I said, that vulnerable is very important. Okay. This will be not the Frost, but the other two things. Nearly unplugged my headset there by accident. Trying to think what would blow up. I guess if we target this, it blows up 2 rings powerful. We are looking at taking damage here, but I don't think it's too bad. I mean, that's pretty bad, but This will cost us our purity, but I think it's worth it. Good. I messed up. I was really hoping that was going to get me a kill. Instead, it just got me really close to 2 kills. Worth it. Aha, we don't even explode. Oh, somebody has blorped me. Oh, just asking about clarification on the thing. Anyway. You can have a bad time. Thank you. So one nice thing we can do here... Oh, right, because we have purity, we can't. Never mind, just kidding. This kills you, I think. Yep. Bye. And once you do that, gives me a lot of mana to work with. Haha, victory. Yeah, I think clear focus is just the pick. This fight could also be a pain in the butt. However, I was really hoping that was going to get me. we use this, it freezes the front too. I think that's actually worth it. It's technically a waste, but in some ways, but it saves us like 20 damage incoming. So we want to save that for Devourer's Strike. Or we want to save Devourer's Strike for that thing. Actually, upgrading that's not bad. Trying to think what we would play out to get out of being frozen. And I think the answer is we just do... Which of the two is better? I think that's better. So that is a lot of detonation. Just in turn. Alright. Unfortunate. So I think we hold this until we can upgrade it. Maybe? I don't know, it is very good. No, because we're going to redraw here in a moment, so... So if we redraw now, though... we're guaranteed to draw into that, which is incredible. Force the reshuffle. Actually ends up being totally fine, because that gets us this kill. And there's the runestones. Much, much happier to see those right after a big shuffle than right before a big shuffle. At this point, I think I hold that. Although... yeah, I guess at this point we go ahead and do it. There we go. Right. Narrowly avoided not being able to transform a thing, but we were ultimately able to transform it, which is pretty good by me. By my standards. We have the trifecta on this one, but not that one. The frail is very important because we do want to be able to get the arcane out. All of that does make Baneful Ray worse to play, but I'm still probably going to do it. This freezes us. Bonk, 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 bonk. obviously happy to see that get drawn again immediately. Still no frail. I think it's... I'm going to clean off stuff before I baneful right. Especially since we are now... We have a ton of purity set up now, which makes it a lot easier to get away with doing that. Aha, you fool! This is a very good baneful ray turn. Rainful Bay. Boom. Trapped under treasures. But yeah, pretty good place to be in terms of our damage output. Haha. Nope. I am still a little afraid of Baelator. Those early turns against Baelator are always a potential nightmare where we just get beaten up and die. That's just how Baelator goes sometimes. Definitely want to play that before shuffling. Okay, do we need another Dread Blast? I mean... Are there options to reroll for Balance Ritual, which I don't think we can afford? Or we can reroll and try and get either the other... I think I like either the other Frost cards more. I mean, that's good. We already have one, and we kind of want to be able to get our 4 Stasis cards out relatively quick. Mindshield's not bad going into Baelator, but I think Thriving Blizzard opens up some options. And we come back to that question of, is unarmed combo bad? Is improvised bad? I'm going to go with yes. Because if we just don't roll well on it, it just doesn't do anything. Okay. I just now was fully cognizant of the fact that we do not have to deal with a Hunger Baelator, which is very good, because that means that there is absolutely no worry of opportunists coming out of Baelator. It actually works out okay. It does immediately cost us our whatchamacallit, but yeah, Thriving Blizzard just kind of doing good work for us there. Alright, that actually does work out. So next turn is the turn to be scared of. I think we do drop out of it to play that. We are absolutely going to do that. We do need that field right now. Oh, we can't afford that. We're basically guaranteed to get a bunch of mana here. Or not. Which we got to strip away all of the lifesteal from the front one. Not a huge fan of the lack of hidden here. Alright. You have Opportunist, because you're a jerk. I think I'm going to play that. But I can't play that without tripping Opportunist, and I do not think it's worth risking that Opportunist, because I don't know what debuff this is going to give me. If it gives us ambush, that could be a problem. Yeah, no, very glad that I didn't trip Opportunist there. Get out of freeze this turn. I think that's more important than having the Devourer strike. Okay. And the next card we play freezes this. But it's also going to freeze out everything except whatever. So I think we're going to do... Costs us 1 curse, which I think we can deal with, because it does so much more on the other enemy. Save that for next turn. No point in playing it right this moment. So this fight's mostly going better than I expected, although that is a potential problem. Although I think copying this is absolutely worth it. Yeah, I can just by dropping out of hidden here. Are you dead? Or just close? Just close. Okay, good. That wasn't a turn that put more stacks on you. So this will just outright kill that. Which is kind of a waste, but that also kills it. That doesn't have Opportunist for once. Just gonna detonate that. Hopefully non-lethally. Looks like it's gonna be lethal. Although I guess it's flipping with no buffs up, which... Also no debuffs up, but I think that's still worth it. So yes, it gets a bunch of turns, but it doesn't have any powerful, which massively reduces its effectiveness. Oh no! Our permanent plate had temporarily vanished. And we got it back with interest. This dork is toast. this gonna... No, that's just basically no damage. How's it? Oh, because this is the temporary plated turn. That's still actually a surprisingly respectable amount of damage. Yeah, because we don't have any debuffs on us, so we can just go ahead and do that. I guess we had whatever, but so close to dead. Well, Spring Form will kill either of them. And kill both of them. Or get close. That's how I killed him. I said wrecked him. Darn near killed him. I also don't hate having a second tweak. So I think we want to try and get tough going into this fight. Because if we can, I think that helps us a lot. I think that probably beats out Shield Bot here. This is not going to be a fight defined by a lot of little hits. What's our status decay at? +4. Okay, so we could probably afford to get rid of whatever. Let me see. Need to decide if I cut this tweak. I just really want to upgrade so many cards in the deck that I think I want to keep it. I like all the cards. I can see cutting one of the death focuses. Although, cutting a mana card is questionable. You know what? We're going to give it a shot. And if it goes poorly, we will reconfigure and come up with another plan. Trying to think through our best route here. Do we just upgrade the clear focus? I think so. I think we do that because I think having that tough is worth a lot. That definitely means that we want that. We do have to get through that initial purity. Guess we start with that. That at least lets us leave with one of our key debuffs on. We are stuck taking some damage here, but we now get a turn off, which is important. I don't think transforming these is anywhere near as important as transforming the others, but getting powerful up is important because it'll ensure that we can turn on that one. And I also think getting that weak out is important. Can't do everything we want here. This gets us... I think that's more important. Yeah, because this would be a really bad turn if this had been Arcane Weakness, Arcane Leak. If that flips up at the same turn that you get the hand full of Shrivels, it can just be over. But we planned for that, so it's fine. Alright. Transform on those. I think we lose some recoverable here. Yeah, that's okay. I think we just do that, and we're just going to eat a little bit of damage here. Do we upgrade this? I normally don't, but no, we're going to upgrade that. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping we were going to end up at a point where that could go off. I think it is worth trying to fish into making that happen, though. So what we're going to do is that. Boom. Transform. And we got to end hidden. And had purity for the arcane. Just everything working out exactly the way we drew it up. I definitely had a plan, and that plan is definitely coming to fruition, and none of this is luck or happenstance. 100% plan. Don't love that portion though. Upgrade the Dread Blast. So much mana. Yeah, I definitely don't want to leave hidden right now, I think. I don't think I need that mana for next turn. And I don't think this... Well... No, not down this much health. It could be unfortunate if we... Because this could be... Yeah. But it's an off turn for Bay later. So it's not too big a deal. I believe we transformed both of whatevers. Or to play out like 2 cards. Okay. Fortress is good, of course. And absolutely we are copying that. Thinking. I think we just play that out right now. I don't think we're going to make that work right this moment. Fortunately, this I don't think we can do until later. We're going to start with this, which is going to do a lot of damage. Okay, that was worth it. And yeah, we got tons of whatever up before this came in, which is what matters. And yeah, that's a bug that this is just kind of lurking in front of it. I want to do both of these. I think we do that. We will end up magnifying the weak, but that's the only thing. I think I can deal with that. So we want to get that out. Definitely want to do that. And then this is fun. Delicious. Truly beautiful. Here, have more detonations. I was even thinking about the fact that we've now super amplified the arcane link. Is this lethal? This is like 5 detonations. It's not lethal, but it is pretty dang close. And then we do get lethal off of the curse. So that was a very good finish, at least. We didn't play unarmed combo against it at all, but if we had, it would have been worth 20 times 8 is 160 damage. 240 if we'd upgraded it. It's not bad. I assume we don't get any crits, but we probably would have gotten at least 1 crit. And bye. We need it full health, so. As usual, hidden, the Dead of Night, huge part of getting out of that with no damage taken. So yeah, this was a deck. I don't think it's good, but it was funny. Unarmed combo got played sometimes. It was certainly weird. I mean, we had some of my standard staples in these idle runs where, like, I have a Devourer Strike that I'm leaning on pretty heavily. I have a Dead of Night into Baylor that I'm leaning on pretty heavily. I am Reforging and Devourer Striking the Idle Stones. But, like, Tyrannical Focus is not something you normally see me playing. This is the first time I really tried to use Elemental Breach. Obviously, Unarmed Combo. It's not something I'm normally using. Hunter's Instincts did pretty good work. So, yeah. All in all, a solid run. And that is it for this time. I will see you next time. Let me know in the comments if starting mid-run is a problem for you. So far, nobody said anything about the runs where I have, so I don't know. But that is, that's it. Toodles.